Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and I am here with Simple Stories Saturday and 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life, day 22. These are from back in June. So here is our sketch. It's from Document Aloha and it's such a fun sketch. It really looks beachy to me, but I've mostly documented my beach pictures. And so I pulled a picture of me and my bestie and her husband for this layout. And the sketch calls for a vertical picture, but I am actually using a horizontal picture. And so I am hoping to work that out. I was considering turning my sketch the other direction, but actually end up leaving it the way that it is designed. So I have my papers, I have some scraps and all these embellishments. I have my picture and this sketch. So let's see how this goes. So I originally picked a different background and I didn't like it. So I pulled this gray because it was a little less overwhelming. And then on the sketch, her main page is got rounded corners. So I went ahead and took my Creative Memories corner trimmer and trimmed the corners. And then I just laid it down. And then I pulled this paper right here. She's got like this teal strip in the middle. And I'm going to go with that same kind of concept with the strip. I use this key paper, which I really like. When I put it down, though, there was like a little piece, and I pulled it, and then it ended up causing it to be like torn, and it didn't look good. So I just distressed the whole thing. I've said plenty of times before, I'm really good at covering up boo-boos because I'm really good at making boo-boos, and I am not a fan of waste or redoing things completely. So I just took my fingernail down the sides. I didn't go all the way to the bottom because I knew it was going to be under the picture. So I just did it most of the way up on the top piece of paper and then most of the bottom. And now I am just building on the layers. Now I ended up pulling them off because I noticed that she has some layers in here, and it's like one of the layers, it's like there's two layers of this tan paper, and it threw me off. So I pulled the branding strip that I actually had cut off from this key paper, and I lay that down, and then I have this piece of or the sticker from the 12 by 12 sticker sheet, and I trimmed that because it's not a full 12 inches, so I trimmed that just a little bit so I can tuck where it doesn't join in the back behind the picture. And then I have this little 3x4 cut apart, and she's got like a cut apart over to the side, so I went ahead and did that, but I tore it because I don't want like that. Nothing else is strict and stiff and with all the straight lines, everything's kind of torn or jagged for the most part. So I went ahead and tore that. Plus, I didn't want it to take up or cover too much of the picture. So I just tore kind of around everything. I left enough of the black background so that it was still framed, but I tore, a pretty good amount around the outside. So after I get all of that down, I'm putting some layers back here where she's got like one solid layer. I just put a few different things, and it's just using up some scraps, which I love to do. Everything on here was a scrap except for my main page, and I did pull out a 6x8 paper for matting my picture. I did mat it twice, once in the gray, which is the background paper, and once in that black and white like plaid. And I just tuck a little piece of that over there on the right to add more layer right there. It was just a little piece of scrap, and I thought that it would help add something over there to the right side. And then I got the little florals out, started tucking those in, and then pulled some of the embellishments out, started adding those. I just kind of went to town. I've got tons of stuff that go with this collection, a lot of these flowers, but I've only got 4 papers left, like 4 full 12 by 12 papers, and then of course a 6x8 paper pad. So I need to use the things up. So I used quite a bit with this, a handful of the wordy bits and 4 or 5 of the stickers, and quite a few of the floral embellishments, a cut apart, a couple of the foam things. But I just add like these little florals and everything. The one thing, and I think, you can still see it over there on the right, is that bookshelf. Like it's a shelf that's got some books on top of it. Like it's just one shelf. I really wanted to add that because she is a book fanatic. And so it was really would have been fitting, but it really didn't work with what I was doing. Had I put that down where the title is and then done something different with a title, that might have worked, but it would have looked weird going under the picture. And that's really the only space that it kind of fit. And so I just left it off. I will be scrapbooking plenty of pictures of my bestie. And so I think I even still have some from her house. So I will hold off and use that later. But yes, she is one of my biggest book fiend friends. And so it would have been very fitting to have that on her layout. But I end up putting that away. I do pull out some little hearts from the sticker sheet, from the embellishments, and from the foam alphas, or the foam wordy bits. And so I want to add 2 little hearts in those 3 little clusters. And so I just make sure that they're 2 different colors, and I try and pull colors that aren't already in the cluster. And then I add that little, there's a white heart up there in the top left of that green stripe, or the green key paper. And then I add a little black one. And I was worried because you can't really see it on camera, but I can see it like me looking at my layout. So it's fine. That's more important because that's what I'm going to see when I open up my book. So after I get enough embellishing going on, I do have some wordy bits that I pull out. And I'm trying to find places for all of them. Up in the top, I put one that says Our Life. And then there's one that I put down here in the bottom corner, says Home Sweet Home. And then this one I'm putting down right now says Do It With Love. And then I add another one that's in a different shade of green that I wanted to bring in. It says Family Time. I've always felt very welcome at Ashley's house, and I've never, it's just another place for me to call home. We hang out and just sit around and chit chat, play video games, play cards, drink, whatever. My kiddo's been over there. We've been over for a grill out, and we've had food and all the things. So I always feel very welcome there. So I did do journaling down in the bottom. I just want to point that out. I did make a journal and I did date it. I'm very proud of myself. I'm trying to do better. So I am grateful for you all for sticking with me. This past summer has been a little weird and I have not been around as much. So I appreciate all of you all for sticking it out with me. I would love it if you'd give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video and or my layout. Subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you have a great day. I hope you get a chance today to do something you love with someone you love, and happy scrapping.